to do a stream yesterday on Christmas, but because there were lots of relatives around and stuff like that, didn't end up getting the time, you know. I didn't get to be not sociable for very long. So, obviously, yeah, I'm live at the moment. I won't be on too long today because, again, I've got stuff I need to do, but I did want to come on today because obviously got a bit more time than yesterday, but not loads of time. So, hope everybody had a good Christmas. My Christmas was quite nice, but I'm glad it's over just because, again, Christmas is a bit stressful as you get older with all the stuff that actually needs doing rather than it just being a day to see the family. So, hello to everybody. I'm just going to sort out having a chat on the live stream screen thing on my phone so I can read, not phone, PC, read the chat easier because it's not very easy to read the chat when it's on, the actual little phone because it's quite small. So yeah, Merry Christmas to everybody. At the moment, Monica, not doing very much at the moment. Like I said, solid relatives yesterday. Today, just doing laundry and all that sort of shit, you know, tidying stuff up kind of stuff. So what I am going to do as usual is in the actual chat, I'm going to link my Twitter again, just because, like I said, if you follow me on here and don't always get the notifications like the majority of people, I will, give you a link to my Twitter, and you can follow me on there. So, 1 second. Right, so I'll try and remember to paste this every now and again in the chat. Which particular mask behind me? There's a PTM one and a kids PDF mask on the wall, both Soviet ones, but I don't know which one you're looking at. There's absolutely loads on that pile there, but they might be a bit hidden from the camera there. And there's the MM1 behind me there, which is probably the better looking thing to have in the background there. Yeah, that's PTM1 Soviet. Basically a Soviet. It's designed to protect you from fallout. It's just like a large particle mask. It's basically just a cotton thing you breathe through. Right, it's Sikarik, if I'm reading your name right. So yeah, I hope everybody had a good Christmas or whatever they celebrate. If you've got a question, just ask the question. Don't ask me, can I ask a question? Because then it takes up a comment just to say I've got a question. So, just tell them not to breathe through it because it's not safe. Like I said, I've done it plenty of times before. But again, if it does leak into your lungs and it's permanently damaged, there's not any job repairing it. So because it's Boxing Day, I'm not at work tomorrow. I am early on drinking. Wouldn't normally start this early in the day, but it's gone 5 p.m, so whatever. No offence to Adnams, but I don't like their new picture on there as much. I like the old one with like the derelict looking ship on rather than a completely ghostly looking ship, but still good beer. Soviet gaming, again, the filter medium in the PDF filters isn't safe, but if they're not leaking, they're technically fine. Again, that's the thing with all the Soviet masks is if the filter isn't leaking, it's not actually a danger to you, but do you want to risk that? No, PMG is a GOST mask. Again, you might be able to force a NATO filter onto it, but it's not a NATO mask. I had a PMG behind me, didn't I? Although this is a Hungarian version. But yeah, the screw thread on there, if you put a washer in and you force the NATO filter, and it might make a good seal, but again, it's not designed for NATO filters. It's a 40mm GOST mask, same as all the other Soviet ones. But because this one's got the rubber intake, not the actual proper metal one, it's a bit more forgiving with other filters. You see how good condition this voice diaphragm was in. Yeah, not very good looking on that one. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, so like I said, I hope everybody had a good Christmas. Like I said, I'm going to be streaming for at least 30-odd minutes on here. And like I said, every now and then I'm going to try and remember to post my Twitter in the chat, just because, like I said, I'm trying to get people to follow me on Twitter. Because I'm hoping if people follow me on Twitter, they'll at least know when I'm doing stuff. All right, cheers, Davey. And actually, cheers, because it's Boxing Day. I didn't actually drink very much yesterday, funnily enough. Had some wine with my dinner, Christmas lunch, whatever you want to call it, at 1 p.m. Then didn't have any alcohol till about 10 p.m. when I had a bottle of Guinness, like old-fashioned Guinness. Yeah, got some airsoft guns, not allowed to show them on stream because of YouTube policies. And again, don't have very many because of the stupid UK thing of having, multicolored guns. So the couple of good airsoft guns I've got are ones I bought off a friend who wasn't into airsoft anymore, and he just sold me them in a private sale, which is perfectly legal, but you won't be able to do that with shops because, if it's a private sale, the person basically can judge if you're a good character or not. A shop can't do that. ANP31, let me search what it is, but I doubt it. If that's the old French thing, then no. I've got the one that's more like the military one, but not that civil defence one. But yeah, don't have one. And my plans for the moment aren't to get any more gas masks because I've just got so bloody many. And like we said, we're clearing stuff out. Favourite historical gun, probably the FN FAL. Like where I've got the L1A one. Again, I've got one literally over there, a deactivated one. Could hold it up, but I can't because of YouTube policy. They'll take the stream down and give me a strike potentially. So, can't show it you, but I have got a deac one. In terms of the airsoft guns I've got an L96 sniper rifle. That's one of those Tokyo Maroi or whatever they're called, actually quite a good manufacturer. Because again, one of my friends who, when he got into airsoft, did spend a lot of money on his shit. G36 I've done a video on. A CZ75, which is nice. Fallout 76 was absolutely awful when it first came out, but they've improved it a lot. I've got blank guns, but sadly, as you might know, in February this year, February next year, but it's not very long until next year, the UK government has added a load of the blank guns I already own to the banned list. So I have to actually go to a police station to hand them in. Because you might say, why not hand them in? But because I've done videos showing them and everything, and they've probably got purchase records for them. If I didn't do it, I'm potentially going to prison for like a decade. Because, again, like a lot of shit in the UK, they just decided something that was perfectly legal to buy, as long as you're over 18 for years, was fine. They just immediately banned it overnight. So, yeah, it's my Eco and Rete ones. So I've actually got, you can't see it in the frame, and I can't show it on the stream, but my Rete SIG and all my Eco guns, I'm going to have to, I'm not going to jail because, like I said, I'm actually handing them in, even though I don't want to. But like I've said, I'm going to do to people, before, any of them I'm handing in, because they're literally only getting the receiver and the slide off of me, because they're not doing a fucking buyback. They're only getting the actual bits I need to hand in. All the springs, the mags, everything else I'm keeping. Because any functioning part in it that isn't the part they legally need, they're not getting back. Because if I'm losing money, I'm going to lose the least amount of money. No, it's not the axe, like I said. It's just a couple of types of blank fires. Yeah, that's the funny thing is, the reason they're banning these blank guns is because they think if you chop and change them enough, you can get something that might cycle a small pistol cartridge. Whereas in reality, yeah, people can make a looty, even though I can't go into that too much because of YouTube, in their shed, if they've got a few tools. So, again, it's a fucking stupid thing. But like I said, because I've actually shown YouTube videos of me using them, they would definitely do me for them if I didn't hand them in. Because, I'm known to have bought them, owned them, so I can't really say, oh, I lost them in the last month. So yeah, it's all of the Turkish branded, for the people who don't know, it's all the Turkish branded guns. So even like Turkish made ones. So even if it's, so this is a stupid thing, it's Ecol Rete and 2 other companies. And despite the fact that different companies and their guns are built in different ways, they're just banning all of them. So my Italian, like proper cycling, like whatever you want to call them, semis, my Italian semi-auto pistols that are blanks, absolutely fine. It's just, weirdly, they've just decided overnight to ban all the Turkish ones because I guess they're too lazy to look into which particular models might be convertible. So they've just done a blanket ban on anything that came out of Turkey. Since fucking forever, Soviet gaming. Stuff that pisses me off will definitely make me curse. I try and be calm and collected, but if the government fucks people over and the police fuck people over, I think they're cunts. There you go. There's my explanation. Probably demonetizing my stream at the moment. Again, like I've said before, actual people that work for the police, like police officers that do a good job, you know, actually uphold proper laws, I have no problem with. I actually have respect for actual decent cops, but all of this kind of woke bollocks we have now where they arrest people for saying mean things online, I think is just ridiculous, you know. And again, the last two governments we've had in the UK, the current one and the last Tory one, 14 years, have completely screwed everybody that actually lives in this country. No, don't have any cowboy boots. The ban has happened like the last couple of months, though, JJ. It's basically what they've said is that everything recently they've just decided doesn't meet the criteria of a blank gun, and it's actually a live gun. That's all they've said, basically. So I know they haven't technically changed the law, but if you're to say something that's perfectly legal isn't suddenly legal, it might as well be a law change. Because like I said, they're just doing it to all the Turkish branded guns, even when they're different brands. So if I moved to the USA, I'd die from health complications because of your shitty health insurance. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, JJ. It's, we changed the law, we changed the rules and what you can own because we've interpreted the law differently or whatever it is. But as far as I'm concerned, they're just fucking normal people over. Like we were saying before, and again, the stream's gone off on a complete tangent now. Somebody can go, and again, I have to be careful with YouTube and everything else. Somebody can go to a hardware store, buy the materials, and make their own fucking gun out of bits of piping and stuff like that. It's just a fucking another piece of authoritarian bullshit. And again, the eco ones that they're banning aren't front firing. They have a top vent. And it's not even the case that they're saying, people can get a drill bit and drill down the barrel. What they're saying is basically people can cut the barrel off and then weld on some steel pipe. Okay, then it's not a blank gun anymore, is it? There's so many, they could just literally get that steel pipe and an end cap and wham, so you still got a gun. Again, don't want to go into it too much because we're going to derail the entire stream, but like I've just literally said, the entire thing is just so stupid because of the fact that there's, Linchpin again. I can't go too much Linchpin. I can't go too much into that on here, but yes, like we said, people in the know, don't they? This is the thing, that so much of this stuff is so bollocks. It's kind of like somebody banning a mag over a certain size, not understanding that you could just have very quick change, smaller mags or whatever. It's not going to do anything against crime. This is the thing. It's just going to make regular people more and more screwed over. But, and I'll post a link to my Twitter again. What type of Class 2 22s? All 22 LRs, or what? Like a specific model of gun, or what? Oh, I'll have to Google that. I don't know what it is, but what? Because they just didn't like it for a stupid reason. So, high-quality German 22 LRs are banned for some stupid reason because Canada. Great. Yeah, anyway, the reason I'm linking my Twitter, as I've said, is because YouTube doesn't share my stuff properly anymore. Sometimes people come on and be like, I haven't seen you in years, haven't you uploaded? And it's just because YouTube doesn't share my stuff properly. If you follow me on Twitter, I'm basically, every time I do a new video, I'm trying to put it on Twitter, so there's an archive of what I've uploaded there. Again, it's still just links to YouTube, but if you follow me on Twitter, you might actually notice I've uploaded stuff if YouTube doesn't tell you. All right, Peach. Merry Boxing Day. I've got a beer because why not? It's the time of year when it's socially acceptable. Like I was saying to people, funny enough, didn't drink very much at all yesterday, just because I had so much on, I think, and I was already quite tired in the evening. But anyway, the person that said they had a question, just ask your question, because again, I might have missed it, or it might not have come through in the chat if YouTube censored it. So the person that said they had a question about 2 gas masks or whatever it was, just ask it in the chat. Yeah, like I said, I'm not going to be on too long today anyway, because annoyingly I've still got stuff to do today, but I did want to fit in a live stream. So I'll be on another 15 or so minutes. And yeah, I've got that really nice, that actually does do a distributed function. If I can grab it 1 second. Right. So yeah, this does actually have, the other cool feature is this does actually have a decimeter on here, but it does reset when you turn it off. So if I put that into mode, oh, it was this one. This might just be because it's not got any accumulated dose yet. Right, I'll leave this on and ticking. I'll put this up on the shelf near a radium dial so I can see if I can tell you in a minute if it's accumulated enough dose to actually do something. Oh yeah, look, the screen's showing the right thing now. It's gone to 0.01 microsieverts. Right, Parker, let me look at your comment. Right, I'm gonna try and get through everybody's comments. So anyway, I'm gonna leave this ionization chamber ticking over there. Well, it doesn't tick technically, but right. So Swiss GM53. Let me look it up. There is one Swiss one I've got from the Cold War, but I can't remember if it's that particular one or the slightly older model. Without looking, let's have a look. Images. I think that's the one I don't have. Is there a GM51? Let me have a look. Swiss GM51. Let me just look up Swiss gas masks and I'll tell you which one I have if I can find a list of all their gas masks, because they basically have a couple of variants, that same sort of looking mask. So Swiss gas masks. Again, the SM90 looks cool. That's the gas mask on the front cover called the Pripyat. But if I can find all of the Swiss masks, right, made in Switzerland on the gas mask wiki. Okay, I think I've got the GM53, not the SM74 or whatever it is. They're pretty similar looking, but they're not quite the same. I would guess that's the ones I've got. I thought there was one that was only a couple of numbers different from the other one. But yeah, if you look through my channel, there'll be an archive of whichever one I've got. Again, the rubber's very good quality because it's Swiss, but that's... Oh, it's the SM64 and SM67 I'm probably thinking of. Hang on a second. Yeah, I think I've got an SM67, not an SM74, but I couldn't tell you without looking at my old video of it. Right, let me look at that question regarding gas masks. The SM64 I do really like the look of, though, because that's kind of a helmet-style mask, a bit like the GP5, so that is pretty cool looking, that mask. Right, so anyway, let me go back to the question about the Geiger counters. So is that S2L, is it called? Geiger S2L. Let me have a look to see what manufacturer that is. Oh, what, so they actually call their company Better Geiger. No, I've not used that one. I mean, it looks quite nice in terms of functionality. Looking at a picture of it, but no, I don't have one. But yeah, so Better Geiger is a manufacturer of Geiger counters then. It says it can handle 100% higher radiation levels, but it doesn't give you the measurement. Right, let me see if I can find a full spec page for it. Okay, so the better Geiger goes up to, again, they've done a number in microsieverts, which is annoying. So 100,000 microsieverts. So 1,000 microsieverts in a millisievert. So it goes to 100 millisieverts or 10 Rontgen. Again, that's pretty good for a handheld Geiger, but again, it's not amazing. I mean, it's probably again, it looks, looking at stat wise, because I've got one handy, my old Radioscan 701A. It's probably a bit of a better range than the Radioscan, but I don't have one. If I have some spare money at some point and I can get one, I might get one to do some tests with it. But like I said, because it's one of those things where if it was sold through more retailers, I'll bookmark that site though. Do they sell to the UK? So yeah, I'll bookmark the page, but I wonder if they actually sell it to the UK directly without me having to pay a shitload of import tax. Shopping. Yeah, sadly I can't see any for sale in the UK, so I'd probably have to pay a lot more on it for import fees. But it does look like it's actually decently made, don't get me wrong. It does say it's up to 100 millisieverts an hour. Oh, but hang on. The maximum range of the S2Al is only 5 millisieverts an hour. The regular S2 goes up to 100 millisieverts per hour. So on the S2Al, you're actually paying more for something that doesn't go as high. So yeah, I guess S2L is more sensitive, but not as high range. So again, you would almost have to buy two of them. So it's actually a scintillator, not a Geiger counter. That's kind of interesting. So they call it a Geiger counter, but it's not a Geiger counter. It's a scintillation counter, which is better than a Geiger counter. But again, it's not Geiger counter. No, because metal, that's banned on YouTube live streams. I mean, I can get melee weapons out. I don't think they've banned that yet. If I can find where I've got any of them stored, because this room's such a fucking mess. No, I can't. Literally. Not really enough room for that here, but there you go. But yeah, because the YouTube policies, can't get a gun out. Because sadly, YouTube now is basically a live stream. You can not show guns in any form, not airsoft, not whatever. You'll get a strike because they think you're going to self-delete yourself or delete other people. This is originally a British sword. This is a cold steel or whatever reproduction. So it's not made in England, but it's basically a pretty good replica of the 1796 cavalry saber, yeah. So originally, yeah, Napoleonic Wars British cavalry sword. But it depends what type of guns you're shooting and everything else. If you live in the countryside, you can probably get a gun license pretty damn easily because you actually have a use for it. If you live in a city, it's going to be pretty difficult. I've never bothered because, again, the problem is with gun licenses for Section 1 and Section 2 firearms, the police every now and then are just allowed to basically search warrant your house, which I wouldn't want all the bollocks of them doing. That's why I've got like the Section 50, whatever they're called, firearms, which are obsolete firearms, which are fully functioning guns. They just basically, because the ammo's hard to get, they're not classed as guns by UK law. And like, you know, the DX and everything else. Loads of Polish stuff if you search my channel. Polish Geiger counters like the DP66 and DP75. What I have got behind me, actually, if I've got batteries in it, I've modified it so it can take beta radiation through the top as one of the old Polish radiation alarms. So if you put this on its lowest range, let's put the buzzer on. Yeah, right. Buzzer's on. Let's see if I can set this off. So hang on a second. I'll put it round my neck, like you meant to. So I'll see if my strongest beta source can set it off, which I've got stored in here. I'll actually see if this beta source messes with my phone camera as well, because I've never tried it with this particular phone. So 1 second. The good thing of this source is the resin is completely intact with it, so I don't have to worry about anything leaking from it. But I do keep it in several layers of glass to prevent the beta radiation getting out. So first, will that mess with the phone camera? Yep, you can see that there is messing with the phone camera a bit. If you see the white flashes on the screen, that's beta rays penetrating the phone camera. But there we go. Yep. That sets it off. That's on the half a Rontgen thing. If I set it to 5 Rontgen, that definitely shouldn't set it off because it's not that powerful. But let's just give it a test. Yeah, not going off. Yeah, like I say, if I go back to the half a Rontgen per hour mode, the horn in it sounds like it's going a little bit. Maybe the batteries are getting low. See, that's working all right there. See if I do it again like that with that. That's a bit better, but yeah, I think the radiation's fucking with it a little bit. It sounds like a sad clown noise. I do like that little light that's in there. I guess the light tells you it's working and functioning, but I do like that when the radiation messes with that, the light changes a little bit. Or is that just like a little filament light? Because obviously you've got the little red alarm light, but I'll switch the buzzer off. That's what I'm wondering. Just going by the light. Yeah, so you've got the flashing red light, but that's what's quite interesting is that little smaller light, if I can get that in frame. Then you can see it properly. That kind of pulse is quite cool. So again, I'm not quite sure how that light inside works, but I guess it's some sort of filament the radiation messes with. But yeah, that's kind of cool. I never realised it did that. Not any proper chem decontamination kits. I've got a few of the little kits that, right, I'll switch that off, but I think the batteries might need a recharge in that because it takes 4 D cells. Yeah, regarding, because again, the funny thing with this radiation source is with this shield closed on the, it's actually pretty good because you can hear you have to get pretty close for it for, the plastic sort of housing to fail. However, with this radiation source, what is interesting is if I just pop it directly onto this, we can overload this pretty damn easily. So there we go. But yeah, I've only got the very basic, like, Fuller's Earth style chemical contamination kits. I've not got any of the, like, advanced ones that have different things for different types of chemicals. And again, as a civilian, you don't really need them. But yeah. How's my, DP, not DP2, I was getting the wrong names, things. How's this going to have a look? How this is doing? Yeah, only a couple of microsieverts per hour. Well, it's got 1 point, what's that? Yeah, it's got 0.91 microsieverts per hour so far, so... I can't show you them now because I don't have them handy at all. Soviet gas mask poster showing you different gas masks, or like protective masks. But yeah, the cool thing with this is being an ionization chamber, that's a pressurized one. If I can get that back far enough that you can read it. If I get that source back out again, just before I put that back away, you'll notice this source doesn't actually make it go that high compared to the Geiger counter, because not much of the beta energy is getting through it. So as you see, it does register on there, but it's, you know, nowhere near as high as it would be of the Geiger counter. What sort of numbers are we getting? Yeah, like 20 microsieverts per hour with that. 29 in the 30s there, but yeah. From the side, it's even lower. Looks a bit like a 5. What is it? That's a 20. Yeah. But again, it's the kind of interesting thing at something like this, because the walls of that stop most of the energy getting through. It's actually a lot lower than, you know, in reality. But the stuff getting through is the stuff ionizing it, which is quite interesting. But nerdy bollocks like that, there you go. But an old radium aircraft dial on there would probably register way higher. So if I get this old British aircraft dial out, that's probably going to be way higher on there. No, it's still in the 20s. What if I put it about that angle? Yeah, still in the 20s, but again, that's just the gamma coming off. Not really any beta from the radium. Yeah, I don't doubt this has enough energy to actually ionize the camera. Might have a little bit, but compared to the DP2, not that much. But it's accumulated 1.4 microsieverts now of accumulated energy. But yeah, this was a very expensive Christmas present for myself, but I like it a lot. But again, difference between a Geiger counter and an ionization chamber. Loads of helmets. Again, watch my videos, because you're at the moment asking me, do you have the stuff? Yes. Do you have this stuff? Yes. All sorts of shit I've got that's military related. Yugo stuff. I've got a Yugo M56 somewhere, if that's the right name of it. There's Stahlhelm. No, the M56 is the East German helmet, isn't it? Whatever the name of the Yugo Stahlhelm is, I've got one of those. I've got a couple of Yugoslavian and Serbian gas masks. So the Yugo M1, the M59, the Yugo M2 and a Serbian M3. I've got those. I've got some old Yugoslav camo in various places as well. Oh, I've got a much older Yugoslav gas mask based off a British one as well, which is cool. The one that's based off the Mark IV GSR, like the one they used in roughly World War II period. So I've got that as well. Anyway, it's gone over 30 minutes. I might have to go fairly soon. But yeah, like I said, I hope everybody's had a really nice Christmas. And again, to spam it in the chat, follow me on Twitter if you want. Oops, that's the, think of the better Geiger. Right, hang on. So yeah, if you follow me on Twitter, hopefully you'll be more aware of when I'm doing stuff, because YouTube doesn't actually notify people properly of my, you know, shit. Because I think the problem is with YouTube, it does the thing of it only really notifies you that people are doing stuff if you constantly watch their videos. So if you don't watch a couple of their videos for a while, YouTube decides you're not interested in the channel anymore and doesn't notify you. That's an East German officer's cap. Just DDR. Same as the DDR uniform. Oh, I've just got a spam text come through telling me I've won a prize of some sort, which I blatantly haven't, because it's a scam. Please enter your credit card details, I imagine. That sounds about right, Hamza. It's the one with the red star on the front and like the green paint job. It has a really good chin strap, because it's got that chin strap with the 2 buckles, so you can fully loosen the chin strap, put a gas mask on, then tighten the chin strap that way, and it works. But yeah, in regards to what I was saying, the problem is with YouTube is there's channels I pay membership for, right? Because again, you can sign up as a member of this channel if you want to support me. But the problem is that the Fallout Shelter one isn't actually a post. Oh no, that is a printout. Yeah, sorry, the one below it is a road sign, not a poster. But yeah, I do have a metal sign a bit like that somewhere, but I don't know where I've got it. And I think it was one that was too heavy for the wall, so it kept falling off. So it's probably now adjacent to the wall, right on the floor, because you had, like with blue tack, it wouldn't hold on, but you can't really drill very well into that wall because it's all plasterboard shit. But yeah, because there's channels I pay YouTube membership for because I think they just make really good content and I want to support them. You know, they don't really do members only videos or anything. They're just channels that, you know, for a couple of pounds per month, I support them because they, you know, do good content. And again, a lot of time, even when I'm paying for membership to those channels, YouTube doesn't bloody tell me they've done new uploads. So I might manually check their channel and find out like 1 month ago they uploaded like a 40-minute video or whatever. But no, YouTube didn't tell me because I don't interact with every single one of their comments or whatever. But YouTube on my front page will spam me with shit. So let's have a look at some of the stuff YouTube thinks I might want to watch compared to what I do actually want to watch. Opening £700 Christmas crackers. Again, there's some stuff on here that is relevant, so I'm ignoring anything that's relevant. Something about smoke alarms. Normally I get like American reacts to whatever. Some culture war bullshit I'm not interested in. E-drama. But yeah, normally I get like half my feed is American reacts to, American reacts to. Somebody tries a certain type of food. So yeah, but again, that's like I was saying, the main reason that I'm now using Twitter just to link my stuff because of the fact that YouTube doesn't share it properly and it doesn't share channels I follow. It's just because of a stupid algorithm. If you're on about that gas mask before you off, that's an MM1. Again, there's lots of gas masks. Oh, that didn't quite fall to the floor, but yeah, there's lots of stuff like the Avon C50 directly behind me, but I don't think you saw those, did you? So, right, let's put that very heavy decimeter. Oh, there's my other version of PTM1 for when somebody was asking about that earlier. So that's the blue one, which is slightly higher quality because it's got better elasticy kind of bits on this one. But yeah, compared to the white one. But yeah, same mask. Very hard to breathe through because you're just breathing through like several layers of cotton to stop, you know, fallout dust getting into your face. Yeah, they're cool looking, but they're very, very cheap. They've got a Plague Doctor nose on them as well. So you could do a Plague Doctor thing and I guess put some nice smelling stuff in the nose cavity. This is a PTM1. Yeah. It's on the poster somewhere, but I think it's actually covered by my Strela 2, so you can't see it because the Strela 2 is blocking it in the background there. But yeah, anyway, I will head off now. Like I said, I hope everybody had a nice Christmas, and again, to keep spamming it, if you want to follow me on Twitter and actually find out when I upload stuff, because I'll link it on my Twitter, you can follow it there. Like I said, I never was that into Twitter, but just because now I can actually share stuff to it, even though I have to do it manually. YouTube, ages ago, right, this is quite interesting, YouTube let you auto-share to Twitter. This is going back ages ago. So I could upload a video, I could link a Twitter account, and YouTube would make a post for you each time you uploaded. Of course, they've stopped doing that now, like loads of these things, because turns out, you know, they don't like giving other people's platforms any clicks or whatever. So yeah, but again, the reason you might want to follow me on Twitter is just like I was saying, just because when I upload stuff, I can link it on Twitter, and then if you follow me on Twitter, you actually know I've done an upload rather than saying, when are you next doing a gas mask video? Yeah, happy Boxing Day to everybody. I hope everybody has a good new year. hopefully in the week next week I'll have a lot less on, so I can do some more videos. But yeah, right. So yeah, hope everybody has a good day, good evening, whatever, and I will see you all. Tomorrow is Friday. I might have time tomorrow to do a video, I might not. So, right, anyway, see you all.